Hey, how y'all doing out there? This is your boy Nightmare Baller One. Um, we're doing the Q&A video this time. Before I get started, get this DVD. Just got it yesterday. Get this DVD. It has a lot of the old great Rey Mysterio matches from WCW, his old matches in ECW, just back when he was a revolutionary, groundbreaking individual. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, everybody should get this DVD. Like it's really good. All right. Anyway, about to get started with the questions, so let's get to it. Question number one that I'm answering is from MacTube. MacTube asked me, do you think wrestling needs more heroes and positive role models like Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, Sting, that the kids can look up to these days like most of us did when we were little? Back in the day, instead of just big flashy guys, like we used to back in the day, instead of just big flashy guys like Cena, Jeff Hardy, Batista, and Triple H, who sometimes curse and don't apologize or pay attention to the kids anymore. I mean, yeah, but that's because the business has changed, man. I mean, thanks to ECW, everything's different now. You know what I'm saying? We won't have guys like Hogan, Bret Hart, and Sting anymore. So, you know, it was all because the old ECW. It changed the business that much. Even though a lot of people don't like to give it credit, changed the business that much. Okay, next question I got is from Leafs on. Leafs on asked me, I already asked Armand, but I would also like your opinion. What do you think is with the WWE and the Save Yourself code they show all the time? Is this a sign that someone is returning, possibly Chris Jericho? I have no idea what this thing means. This is all we know about Jericho. We know he's coming back. We have no idea when, and we have no idea how. All we know is that he's coming back. So yeah. All right. Next question I got is from Mr. Baller 23. He asked me well, he asked me I think three questions. It don't matter. All right. First question he asked me: do you see Robert Roode getting a push by TNA anytime soon? They're giving him a push now. I guess the whole feud with Joe thing, So I guess they're giving him a push now. I guess. All right. Number two: do you feel that TNA is using the Motor City Machine Guns wrong? And if so, what would you like them to do to fix how they're using the Motor City Machine Guns? Um, Basically, they're not making a focal point of the company. Okay, all around the world, the Guns have won like the 0-1 Max tag team titles. You know what I'm saying? Just titles all around the world, and they're one of the best tag teams in the world. And TNA is just not using them like that. TNA is basically throwing them into, just storylines to where they get squashed. You know what I mean? So yeah, look at the whole Dudley Boys thing. So yeah, they should be one of the top contenders for the tag belts. This is how I see it. All right, next question: were you surprised that Anderson Silva TKO Rich Franklin, and who are you pulling for in this match? I wasn't surprised at all, man. Anderson Silva is the greatest 185 pounder in the world. Every fight he gets better and better, and I think right now he's unstoppable. Like there's nobody realistically in the UFC, or I would say maybe Paulo Fio or maybe Dan Henderson if he drops, but that's it. You know what I mean? Nobody. I don't see anybody else beating him. That's just me. All right, and who was I pulling for? I was pulling for Silver anyway. All right, what do I think of the war between NJPW and TNA? All right, this is from Mr. Ted Five. My bad. He asked me what I think of the war between NJPW and TNA. In my opinion, this is a bad idea for New Japan. Do you think it'll increase attendance for the Dome show since last year it was AJPW versus NJPW and it got the lowest attendance record ever. I really doubt it's gonna raise the attendance record. I mean the attendance because last year they had like you said AJPW versus NJPW, both Japan-based organizations, and it had like the lowest attendance ever. So yeah, I think it'd be good for TNA. Just to give us better wrestling to watch, but nah, man. This is bad. This is bad for NJPW. That's just what I think. But I could be wrong. All right, let's see. Hold on, I got some more questions, y'all. All right. Next question I got is from AFW Ricky. He asked me, "Can I please talk about Jericho's return, Tiger Mask, Jushin Liger, figure companies, and TNA 2 hours? Thanks." Okay, I don't get what he means by figure companies. I don't get that at all. Um, Tiger Mask is a legend. Like that's a legendary character in Japan. So far, there's been four of them. Satoru Sayama's a legend. What more can you say about Tiger Mask? For starting that character, Satoru Sayama. Jushin Liger. Jushin Liger is one of my favorite Japanese wrestlers of all time. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. He was probably the reason why I even cared, like in the mid '90s to start watching like New Japan. Like seriously, he was like the only reason. Figure companies, I don't know what you mean by that. And TNA getting 2 hours. It's good because they have 2 hours, and now they can legitimately compete with the WWE. Because I don't care what they was doing with a 1 hour show on Thursday nights. There's no way you can compete with the E. It's just not gonna happen. But now if they turn this around, it could be great. You know what I'm saying? Not saying Impact has been terrible these past few weeks, but it hasn't been that good. So I hope they do turn it around because I remember TNA was awesome. You know what I mean? All right, next set of questions I got is from Age Extreme. First question he asked me, a non-wrestling question. What makes the Kingdom Hearts series appeal to you? How did I get into it? And in my own words, why do you think it's a good game? Okay, Kingdom Hearts is the reason. All right, I won't need another video to answer this question. All right, the reason why I got into Kingdom Hearts is because I like the Disney movies and I like Final Fantasy. And I found out that both companies that made both games were coming together to make a game, so I decided to check it out. And I think it's a good game because almost anybody can pick up and play it. And the storyline is probably unpredictable. It's probably one of the most unpredictable, stories I've played in a game. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it good. And the controls are so easy that anybody can pick up and play it. So yeah, that's just how I see it. And honestly, I would recommend everybody pick up that game. That's just me. Next question I got is from, I got the rest of these questions are from Age Extreme right here. Well, not the rest of them. I don't know if I got it. I'll check if I got any more. And I might have to make another part because there's a lot of questions. Next question is, if CM Punk ever makes a heel turn, how would he do it and who would he feud with? Okay, honestly, I think he'd feud with Tommy Dreamer. This is what I think would happen. Him and Tommy Dreamer would have an ECW title match. CM Punk would win. No, let's say CM Punk would win, and like after the match they shake hands or whatever. He raises Tommy Dreamer's arm in the air and he attacks him. He bloodies him, beats him up, and cuts a promo about how him being nice and all this was just holding him back. Now he's gonna look out for CM Punk, and he doesn't respect anything Tommy Dreamer did, and he's sucking up his spotlight and taking what I'm saying. Like taking the attention off of him because he's the champion and because he's an original. He's living off 10 years, ago. His glory from 10 years ago. That's what That's what I do. All right. The next question is, if the original ECW was still around and I had a choice to bring one person from each one of these companies, ROH, CZW, PWG, to go to ECW. Okay. ROH. I guess BJ Whitman because it's hardcore, matches and stuff. PWG definitely Super Dragon. I'd love to see that. CZW, I guess Drake Younger because he's one of those guys that can do hardcore matches, and he's athletic. You know what I'm saying, so they don't be terrible. So yeah. All right. Stupid retarded question. I don't think so, but. What if wrestling companies had their own time machines and superstars from today's generation performed for audience from the 1920s and 60s eras? How would the fans from those days deem our wrestling style today? They would deem it crazy because that's what it is, crazy. It is so different from what it was back in the day. It's just way different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right. Next question. Now that Nigel McGuinness is the ROH champion, who do I think should contend for the title? Danielson, honestly, because every time they get in the ring, it's always like one of the best matches I ever seen. So Danielson, definitely. All right, if I had to choose 5 superstars from FCW, 5 superstars from OVW, and send them to ECW, who would you send? I have no idea because honestly, I don't really watch it. I don't really follow FCW and OVW like that. But I know they should hurry up and send Matt Sydal up and should hurry up and send Colt Cabana up. That's just how I see it. That's just what I think. All right, if Bret Hart was still involved in wrestling or got back into it, who should he go to? The WWE or TNA? He has history with the WWE. That's where he should go, to WWE. All right, last question. Can I predict the future of the X Division? No, I can't. The X division is, I think, it's pretty much